Jace Finman from Service Manager Magazine, and I'm here with Dan Turchin. Did I say that right?
Absolutely.
Okay, with Astound. Yeah, we met yesterday actually here at the lunch table. Yeah, and introduced ourselves to each other and talked for a little bit. He's got a session coming up that I'll ask him about later, about AI and the future of work, so that's going to be exciting. But before we do that, let's have the audience get to know you a little bit. Can you tell me about your role in your company and what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. Jace, good to continue the conversation on camera this time.
Yeah.
So one of the things I've already learned is open palms, open posture. Mm-hmm. We learned this morning with Alan Pease.
That's right.
Body language matters, right? Yeah. So I'm practicing.
Okay.
So I'm the co-founder of a company called Astound. It's an AI platform for employee service. And what we do is bring the principles of AI and machine learning into the workplace to support some of the concepts that we're all here learning about, ITIL, and specifically ITIL v4, and some of the processes, the strategy work that's important to be able to adopt good service management hygiene in an enterprise. Well, we think that the future of service management involves AI-driven automation.
Okay.
And so at Astound, what we do is we refer to as a layer of intelligence horizontally across the life cycle of service requests. And in so doing, we remove all of the friction, all of the kind of messy pieces out of the service management process and enable large organizations to deliver intelligent services so that they can shift left the burden of delivering all routine service typically to tier 0, and make sure that the most valuable resource, your human resource, is used to solve the non-routine kinds of requests.
Okay. All right. Well then, why did you choose to come to Pink20 this week? I'm sure you're busy with lots of things. Yeah, why did you pick this conference in Vegas?
Yeah. I've been in and around this space for more than 20 years.
Okay.
These are my people.
Right. This is your tribe.
My community. I look forward to this all year.
Okay.
Can't think of any place I would rather be. It's exciting to be able to see how these conversations evolve.
Yeah.
Not just from 2018 to 2019, but we're talking about from the 90s
right.
to now.
Yeah.
And just to see how increasingly we're talking less about tools and technology and more about process and digital transformation and the future of work. To me, that's really gratifying because I think that as IT leaders, that's where we can add the most value to the business. We at Astound want IT leaders to be in a position where the CEO wants the CIO to have a seat around the board table.
Okay.
Because every organization is now really a technology company. We think it's incumbent on the CIO to be leading that conversation about how to use technology to deliver better business outcomes. We're no longer traffic cops telling the business what not to do.
Yeah, what they can and cannot do. Right.
Kind of informed or progressive IT leaders are the ones talking about how technology can improve profitability, how it can improve the employee experience, how it can improve the customer experience. And we think that involving AI and AI-driven automation is a really, really critical part of being able to evolve that role of the CIO.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's build upon that a little bit. So you have a talk coming up tomorrow. I mentioned it earlier, AI and the future of work. So what are the main topics you're going to touch on during your talk? I don't want you to give anything away, but tell us a little bit about what you're going to be covering.
Cruelties. So yeah. So tomorrow I get an hour to expound on kind of the principles of AI and machine learning, but specifically how they apply to the life cycle of a service request. So I'll be talking not about the technology, not really about the how, which is fascinating by the way, but more about the why. Okay. So I'll specifically be going through some case studies, so examples of how organizations like McDonald's across 40,000 restaurants for 2 million employees, or what in Europe they call Adidas, we often in the States refer to it as Adidas, the shoe brand, how they've completely transformed their service culture using AI-driven automation. But specifically, I'll try to be very pragmatic and talk about how you can insert a layer of intelligence across every point in the service lifecycle where there's traditionally friction. So how AI-driven automation benefits the employee through virtual agents, and how intelligent routing and contextual recommendations benefit the live agent by essentially taking your L2s, your L3s, your escalation points, and shifting all of that intelligence that's typically locked up in the heads of experts, and shifting that to your L1s, or maybe even L0. And then lastly, kind of in this kind of service value chain, how managers or service owners benefit from AI-driven automation with predictive analytics. So thinking about intelligence and AI-driven automation as being a critical component of the whole life cycle of the service analysis. We'll talk about what's going on, what's working for organizations like those of the IT leaders who are attending Pink. But I'm going to try to leave everyone with 5 actionable insights, 5 things that they can go immediately to take back into their organizations to be better leaders, to get that seat around the board table.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, no, we're really looking forward to that. And yeah, we'll post about it tomorrow, provide you with a little bit of coverage so that you can catch up and see what the surprise ending is.
There you go. I'll leave it at that. For the rest of the content, you'll need to either show up, or maybe it'll be recorded and you get to watch it on social media.
Yeah, that's right. So we've still got a couple more days to go, and we've got some more talks to attend. But so far, what's been your biggest takeaway here at the conference?
So I just came to this discussion from hearing David Radcliffe, who's the CEO of Pink, talk about leadership styles and leadership techniques for IT leaders. Just fascinating. One of the things that he talked about is how IT leaders can learn from what in the United States we call Shark Tank, but I learned something. Apparently it's called like Dragon's Lair or something.
Oh, is it really? Okay, I didn't know
this
that.
today. But talking about how to pitch your idea, or kind of translate your ideas into insights or a vision, or kind of a style that resonates within your organization.
Yeah.
It was a really interesting talk by someone who I know him as the CEO of Pink, but it was really neat. It was very personal. It was about his leadership journey, and left us with a lot of good insights. So yeah, I've only attended a few sessions. We're just in the first day, but I thought that was a great session we did.
Okay, excellent. All right. Well, yeah, thanks for stopping by. Like I said, we'll keep you posted on Dan's talk tomorrow. But yeah, otherwise we'll keep bumping into you here at the conference over the next couple of days.
Great discussion.
All right.
Thanks, Jace.
Thanks a lot, Dan. All right. Signing off.